Hello, YouTubers. Theo, are you out there? Give us a call this morning, Theo. Yeah.
All right, we'll post it.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And Kelly's already mad at me this morning, and I ain't said that much.
You're a
yet.
troublemaker.
Well, it's kind of good advice, though, just in
Well,
case.
it is. We're giving advice this morning. Kelly's got to drive up central part of the state, northern central part of the state later this week.
Just to pick up and come back. It's a round trip, one day trip.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, well, you better stop right there.
We're just talking about the possibility of weather, rain,
Wintry weather.
Wintry on top of that.
Yeah, like ice. They mentioned ice, didn't
They're
they?
predicting ice. It's ice on Thursday, but snow Friday morning. But
so
they've turned to
snow
rain.
on top of ice.
You better stop.
Oh,
it's gonna be 44.
Uh-huh.
If it gets to 44.
Well, snow won't let it get to very high.
Right
We're
there.
just saying, pack some blankets in the car.
Yeah, and carry a heater.
Rayford said hot
shovel,
chocolate,
hot chocolate,
kitty litter.
I'm literally going up, resting an hour, and coming back.
Maybe.
Bag of kitty litter is good too.
Yeah.
I
she
carry
gets
you
stuck.
Christmas gifts just in case you have.
I
to
am not doing
exchange
all
them
that.
there.
You don't understand the amount of stuff I got to bring back with her. No.
Oh my.
I mean, I do have an SUV, but there's a whole lot coming back.
Yeah.
Mamas like to buy.
Well,
I-
it's not the buy-in. She's got her walker. She's got her shower chair. I mean, I got to
Oh,
pile all
yeah.
that mess in my
You
car.
know, I've got a trailer I can loan you
Mhm.
just in case you want to pull that along.
No, I'm not pulling a trailer on 40. No
Why?
way. No.
It's
No.
bad enough just driving on
Yeah.
40
Mm-mm.
any day.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, how are things going, y'all? You
Going.
ready?
Going good.
Theo, for all of y'all out
He's
there.
wearing a
we-
red
we
tie.
I got green on too.
Yeah.
Red
Yes.
and green.
Yes,
Did
yeah.
you notice?
I noticed. I'm
and
impressed.
red underneath too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
So
Yeah.
I'm at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And-
have my red
this is my-
Christmas.
This is my Christmas tie.
Well, I'm wearing
Right.
blue. So
Want to read my Christmas tie?
I saw what it said on the bottom. Naughty.
Oh, I came in. I
Mm.
said, "Oh, you look nice." He goes, "No, I'm not. I'm
Mhm.
naughty." And I'm like, "What?"
Mhm. It says naughty on the bottom. Yep.
Yes.
Tomorrow I could be.
Oh, oh my goodness. The other side is green. That says nice. Okay.
Say,
Why didn't
I
they
like
put the
that.
nice on the red side?
Because he's balancing against the green jacket.
No, I'm just saying the
Yeah.
nice should have been on the red side.
red is kind of
Red is
out
naughty.
there.
Yeah.
Red is nice. Green
red
is.
red is
Red
naughty.
is naughty.
No,
I mean,
like
green
think
is
red.
about
nice.
I can't say
Does that mean I'm naughty today?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're not on online radio, according to somebody.
Well, we're not on the air at all
Oh,
Oh no.
because you guys didn't punch it up.
okay.
Okay,
Try
we're gonna
now.
start again.
Yeah.
Good
Oh.
morning. I'm Rayford Brown,
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrels.
and one of us was dumb this morning. Y'all go figure which one it was.
I want it to be said that I'm not sitting by the control board today.
And I want it to be said I'm across from it. So
Yeah.
So that means that I didn't do it.
Rayford didn't hit the button.
Well,
We're live now.
I slapped
Yeah.
it, but it didn't work.
Mhm.
I
well, we
slapped
got
at it.
talking about
Yeah.
how naughty he was.
Hey, I'm telling
That's what
you.
I told
happened.
you I
He
was
wore that
naughty.
naughty
Yeah,
tie.
Yeah.
And I told you it was going to be that way. Anyway, there's a little button over there. I'm supposed to push at the last second, and I failed to do it this morning. I pushed it earlier to
It
make it work, and it
happens.
worked earlier.
hmm Would you turn it back off then?
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay.
And because I was 30 minutes, and I didn't want to get into it just in case I would screw
Yeah.
up. You know how that works. So anyway, we are here, and it is a Tuesday, and we got a lot to talk about, and we've already talked about a lot, but we can repeat some of it. Kelly's going to try to go get her mama this week.
Yeah.
Amidst the forecast in that neck of the woods of ice and then snow on top of ice. And then that's just going to mean slippery, slidey. And she's planning to carry a whole bunch of stuff in her truck.
You can take my truck. It's got 4-wheel drive.
And you might need it.
Yeah, but then all the stuff will get wet in the back.
Well, we'll put tarps
Mama
over
can't
it.
get up in that
I'm
truck.
supposed to one day have the back sprayed and then put a cover on it.
Yeah, I
so
know.
until then, yeah, we can just throw tarps
She couldn't
on
climb
there.
in the truck though. It's too
Oh,
hard.
that's
for her.
You can
true.
get some steps
Yeah.
outside.
Rayford, you just don't understand.
Don't you?
Dealing with
you-
her
You
is-
can put in a little step stool, climb up on it, get inside, right?
It's hard for her.
Then
to
throw it in the back of the
stand.
truck and be good to go. No big deal.
Yeah. Oh me.
So anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do have some. We got a cold weather here predicted for the end of the week.
It
and into the
is.
weekend,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be cold.
Mhm. Very
Down
cold.
in the 20s.
Mhm.
So,
And high in the mid 30s on Christmas Eve and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all prepare for that. Get your
Mhm.
wood. And by the way, I found on that Facebook marketplace thing,
mhm.
I found some wood.
I've already got an answer for you.
Oh, good. And I sent Al a message last night to the guy with the wood, and I haven't gotten a response yet. I may be early, or I may not know how to check that.
Yeah.
that
I've
thing.
got somebody wanting to give you free wood already.
Bring it on.
Yep.
Where do I need to
Yay.
He's
go?
listening. He's listening.
Yay.
Let's see what he
Good.
says.
I need some
He
firewood.
says, I have more wood than I will ever use.
Well, I can use
One
it.
of our frequent callers.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Rayford can't pick it up and put it do all that. We have to find
No,
people
he'll
that can
do
do
it.
it for
I
I'm
can
you.
sure-
find some people to
Yeah.
help. That's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Yeah.
I've got to go unload something,
Yeah.
but I can go get it.
Mhm.
I'll go get it somewhere somehow.
If you go get it, I'll come over and help you.
Yeah.
Unload
I
it.
got a big old trailer there waiting.
Mhm.
That's
let's
not a
see,
If
problem.
somebody
I'm
can
sure-
load it on the trailer, we can figure it out.
I'm
Yeah.
sure this person's going to text me back with
Give
more
Rayford some
information.
firewood for his house.
That's right.
And because I'm gonna need that firewood this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
Oh,
one.
I can promise you are.
And I went by
Yeah.
the big box store yesterday, and I got me 2 more big old containers of hot chocolate.
Did you?
Oh. And I also bought, since I am not a baker,
Mm-hmm.
I don't try.
Why
to
does that
be-
not
I
surprise
bake
me? Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
it doesn't
Ooh,
work.
you just reminded me. I had to get some pie shells.
So I didn't want any pie shells.
Mhm.
I wanted some chocolate chip cookies to go with my hot chocolate for the past few days. And
Okay.
so when I went to get at the big box store, I found a container of chocolate chip cookies.
So
They're
you got
kinda
your
like homemade
cookies?
because they're made by the
Yeah.
baker,
Well,
bakery
it's the
in that
same
store.
thing.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
those are good.
and it was
Yeah.
delicious so far. Got to go get me some more.
I did that one
Oh, you
year
already got
when
into them? You had to test them?
Oh, I tested them
Mm-hmm.
several times.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'll
did that
test
one
some more.
time when I was making a dinner for all my aunts and parents
Mhm.
and uncles, because that was back when I first bought my house. We want to come see your house. So I made them dinner. When I went to the store to get everything I needed to cook, I passed by their bakery. I mean, they've got fresh turkey they just baked. They got fresh ham they just baked.
Oh.
The whole thing, everything.
Mm.
So I said, well, they're cooking it. Why should I cook it? So I bought all of it and, of course, put it in different containers.
Of course.
A little flour on the cheek, and all the aunts were like, "Oh, you have just cooked all day," and I was like, "Anything for
yeah.
you?" You know.
Yeah, y'all do the dishes and everything cleaned up for me. And I mean, I've been working my fingers to the
I
bone.
know it. Oh,
Yeah.
it was a good meal though. But I'm like, hey,
Got a question for y'all today.
uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to answer it right now, but you can call in throughout the morning. What's the most memorable Christmas gift, good or bad, that you ever got? The most memorable, not the best, not the worst, but the most memorable Christmas gift, whether it was a good one
Oh,
or
wow, I can't think of one.
one of those other
I
ones.
don't know. Mm.
And if your spouse gave it to you, even better. Your significant other gave it to you, even better. Because we want to hear about it.
There we go already.
I don't know. It's like
I
so
have
many
one
to choose
memorable
from.
from my childhood, and it will
Mhm.
stay with me forever.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Chris, what's the most memorable Christmas gift you've ever been given?
Charlie McCarthy dummy for ventriloquist.
Oh, I've
I bet you
always
that was
wanted
actually,
one.
I actually had one of those. I liked it.
wanted one.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
And got fairly good with it
That's
at
so
that
cute.
age, but now I just do comedy and let my mouth just run. So, I'm the only dummy I need.
So we can see your lips move now, right? Couldn't see your lips move before.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Rayford, no
Yes.
question. I know you like chocolate chip cookies, which
Oh,
unfortunately I sent 3 dozen with Jordan back to Raleigh.
well,
However,
you've got time.
do you? Yes, I do. And yesterday experimented with a recipe that daughter a long time ago called reindeer poop. But
No, I don't like those little. I don't like those other little colored things
Chocolate
in it
things.
or anything like that. I just like pure chocolate.
He doesn't want the sprinkles on it.
no, okay, gotcha. No,
I don't,
confectionery
I
sugar.
don't, I don't want the foo-foo decorations.
Thank you. Me
Have
too.
you ever tried oatmeal chocolate chip cookies?
I have like them.
You like them?
Oh yeah, I like them. It's got chocolate in it, right?
Okay. Yes, chocolate chips.
I like chocolate.
Oatmeal. Okay.
Goes well with my hot chocolate.
When your firewood, which Lee will tell you, will be taken care of, I believe you might find some oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Dang.
around.
Will you just let me know, Chris? Because I have a pickup. I'll come get it.
Well, wait,
Okay.
wait a minute. Don't give her the chocolate chip cookies. They
No,
might
no,
not
I
make it.
don't. Chocolate chip cookies are good. My favorite's oatmeal raisin.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Oatmeal's
Well,
healthy for you.
Just-
Guess what? I have those as well.
See.
Oh, that's a two.
I
There's a
I
twofer, right?
bake a lot. I have peanut butter, sugar,
Mm. Mm.
cookie. I bake a lot. And I give it away. I don't eat it. I just bake it to give away.
My. You can rest assured I'll be eating it Friday and Saturday night, sitting in front of a hot fire with hot chocolate going.
Consider your weekend made then.
That's all I need. Chris,
Okay, there you go.
Love
Lee
it.
will get up later.
Thank you.
Do you still
God
have that
bless, thank you.
ventriloquist doll?
Charlie McCarthy?
No, sadly
Darn.
he was
You go.
mistakenly put away somewhere, so I just had to do it by himself. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably got washed one time too many.
Oh, I've always wanted one.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could probably still get them. but
Oh, they'd
go
be
for the real
vintage.
thing.
Yes, they're vintage. I know Hartsville Clocks on 24 used to have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried to buy that many of a time.
Well, what time do they close?
Oh, they've gone out of business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I need my grandfather
did.
clock fixed.
Yeah, that was a great place.
Hartsfield on 24 closed.
Yes.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. They got a great looking little building out there. That little old, very old.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, I passed by the other day
Ooh.
coming in from Swansboro.
Walmart's got
it,
one.
It was just really cool there.
A Danny O'Day.
A what?
Walmart's
Danny
got
O'Day.
It ain't
Yes,
the same.
I know it. but-
Charlie McCarthy
No.
is it.
I mean, he's got the tux, he's got the hat, you know.
Anything else is an impersonator.
Do you know what a
Good one, Ray.
ventriloquist dummy is called?
I've got several
Chris.
names.
Oh no.
A dummy. It says the puppet or doll is usually called a dummy.
Yeah, I was going to say president, but you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's a picture of
Well-
Charlie McCarthy. Now you've got me wanting one.
See, those dogs.
Well,
scare me.
I'm gonna leave this little thing I read last night to figure out. So you get your password things, and it goes wrong password, try again, wrong password,
Oh.
try again.
And we always try it
And-
again, the same one.
Yeah, and then when it goes, well, what was your former password? Well, obviously it was a good one because I don't remember it,
Right.
and now you don't. So that's something to ponder on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I like going to the doctor and to the pharmacist. What's your birth date? I says, don't you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
I can't remember. I'm old.
I usually say it's the same as the last time, just a day older. My
Well, y'all have a
goodness.
good day, Lee. I'll get over to you later.
Appreciate
Okay.
it,
All right.
sir.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Chris.
Okay, take care.
All right, you too. All right, we got some sad news, got some real news here to talk about as well this morning. So every year, this time of year, we have tragic events, it seems like, or maybe it's just more notable around Christmas time, seemingly more tragic, right?
Yes.
Jacksonville police are investigating a shooting Sunday night, left one person dead. We don't know any details except that it occurred 200 White Oak Street. That's here in Jacksonville. A little before 11 o'clock on Sunday. They responded to a shooting there. The victim, I'm going to butcher this, Kalani Joseph Keough.
It's Kyo, yeah.
All right. I didn't do too badly
Mhm.
then, or we both screwed
Mhm.
up, one or the other. He was transported, or she.
It's a he.
It's a he was
Yeah.
transported to Naval for the trauma center. He later was pronounced dead there.
Mhm.
And police are saying it's an isolated incident. So, in other words, the public is not at risk, supposedly, when they put out something like that. They recovered a weapon used in the shooting, and they're conducting interviews with witnesses. If you've got any information, please reach out to the police department. Detective Wenderoth is handling the investigation. The number is his direct number, 910-938-6521. 910-938-6521. You can obviously dial the main number of the Jacksonville Police Department, and they'll put you in touch with him. That's 910-455-4000. It's the only other one I know. I'm sure there are plenty of others, but 910-455-4000. There's also Crime Stoppers offering cash rewards up to $2,500 for information determined to be of value to law enforcement for any crime, okay, including this one. So, and you can remain anonymous if you want to call Crime Stoppers. And so there are any number of ways to let the police department know what's going on.
Mhm.
So, and you can always do text to tip. That's tip, TIP, the number 4, CSJAX. So it's always that possibility. And that number is 274-637.
Yeah. Prayers to the family. He's got some good
Yes.
parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prayers.
Real sweet mama.
Is that right?
Mhm.
It's sad,
It's
especially
It
this
is
time
sad.
of the year.
Mhm.
It is sad. Now, we got a really strange one before we go to a break
Oh no. Okay.
over there in Goldsboro.
Yes.
Uh,
Mhm.
at a law firm.
Yeah.
Happened yesterday.
Mhm.
Riddle and Brantley Law Firm,
Mhm.
because we see them
'Cause they're like a
advertised.
chain.
They're
Yes.
all
Yeah.
over
Yes.
TV
Yeah,
with
they
lots
are.
and lots of
Yeah.
commercials. But this is located in Goldsboro. Police responded yesterday, found 2 men in the business dead, gunshot wounds. No other victims. Well, that's good.
Wonder if anybody was in there when that happened.
Well,
Oh,
2
no.
people, but that's all
Well,
we know
yeah, I
about.
mean, huh.
Deputies with the Waynes County Sheriff's Office and Highway Patrol assisted at the scene. One of those who was there dead was apparently the shooter.
Mhm.
We don't know anything else. Don't know who the other victim is. Don't know who this victim is either, other than being a shooter. So lots of things you can surmise. We don't know. The identities being withheld pending notification of relatives. Awful, awful, awful.
That's terrible.
And it makes you wonder. This is Madam Counselor.
Hmm.
We'll talk about this when we come back from our break. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But
I know what you're gonna bring up.
This
Yeah.
is a time of
It
stress.
is a terrible time of stress.
Uh,
Yes.
and,
Yes.
and I don't know anybody who is not stressed
Hmm.
for one reason or another. Usually because
Mhm.
I didn't get enough for it, so I haven't been able to get out there. I get over it. I don't want it, except the firewood and chocolate chip cookies. But
Yeah.
seriously,
Right.
there is no reason to get so stressed over
Mhm.
not getting the perfect gift for somebody else, or even getting a gift.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What?
my joy is being able to do for others.
Oh,
That's my
absolutely.
joy.
I enjoy cooking, and I'm going to be doing some cooking.
Mhm.
And it'll be a reduced Christmas, but it's going to be, still going to have family and friends.
Hmm.
That's just the way it is. And we have I dare say there's not a whole lot of us out there that don't have a lot to be thankful for this year.
I know I
And
do.
including me.
Yeah. Same here.
So we've all had. Many of us have endured tragedies this year with either
Mhm.
ourselves or other people or accommodation. But it's no reason to be so stressed out that the Christmas season makes you crazy. So we'll talk about that when we
We
come
will talk
back
about
with
that
the
when we come back.
counselor.
That's fine.
And if you've got something you want to share, you want to talk about, you want to ask questions, she's free of charge right now. You're live and local. How's that sound?
Don't stress her out.
You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Want to chat? 910 333 0139. 910 333 0139. We'll be right back with weather. Only a few more days, y'all. Just a few more days this week before Christmas time, before Jolly O comes sailing down the river. And he could be come sailing down the river with a boat from Tideline Marine for y'all. Right now, there are some really three really gorgeous Aquasport bay boats out there waiting for George to put the red ribbon around them. There's also $5,000 off right now between now and Christmas, which is right around the corner. You've been wanting to get one? Save $5,000 right now, because after the first of the year, any new bay boats that come in, forget about that $5,000 savings. There's going to be a price increase. There's a price increase across the board for pretty much everything in this country come January 1. Okay, that's just the way things are. Tideline Marine has got some specials right now. Also got some new outboard motors that fell off the truck this week, because outboard motors are kind of hard to get your hands on too. Got about 10 new Mercuries, 9.9 to 20 horsepower, 15 and 20-inch shafts. All are tiller motors, perfect for your little John boats, perfect for you guys who want to repower, and your boat is just not, your motor's not as dependable as your boat, but without the motor, your boat is kind of like on the useless side. Duh.
True.
So get rid of that piece of junk that you got and get yourself a brand new outboard motor, and you're going to be a happy, happy camper when you get out there over the holidays and do some river fishing, some creek fishing. Speckled trout are all over the place. Red drum are out there. What a perfect opportunity for you to go enjoy our natural environment around here. Today, offshore, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4. About 2 feet near shore, dominant period 8 seconds, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. As marine conditions deteriorate later today and into tonight, a small craft advisory will be in effect from late tonight through Thursday morning. A word to the wise. Wednesday, tomorrow, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, gusts to 30, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 4 near shore. Dominant period 4 seconds. That 2 to 4 near shore is kind of sounding good. Dominant period 4 seconds. You got to get through that inlet, and that's not going to be pretty. Sounds and rivers, they're going to be killy rough.
Yes.
Southeasterly winds on Thursday, 20 to 25 knots, gusts to 35. 5 to 8 footers getting bigger in the afternoon. 8
Heck no.
to 11 feet in
Nope.
the afternoon on
Nope.
Thursday.
And no.
Sounds and rivers will be Teddy Roosevelt rough. You know what Teddy Roosevelt rough is, don't you? Remember the Rough Riders?
Yes.
Those are Teddy's
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's going to be on Thursday.
All right. Today, mostly cloudy, a high of 47. Tonight, there's a chance of rain after midnight. Otherwise, cloudy and a low of 35. And there's actually, according to this, a 50% chance and between a quarter of an inch. So hit or miss, I guess. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 51, but the gusts start tomorrow with gusts as high as 17 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 45. And Thursday, it's an 80 to 90% chance of rain. It's going to rain Thursday. It's going to be 66. And after 1, there's a chance of a thunderstorm. And rainfall amounts between 1 to 2 inches.
And then 10 days later.
Did you hear, Candy?
According to the old
Yeah.
wives out
Yep.
there, what does that mean?
Thunder.
It means
Snowstorm 10 days later.
10
Yeah.
days later.
Yeah.
Victor, you going to have a snowstorm at your house over Christmas?
No, sir. I live in Jacksonville where it never snows.
Oh, you just
You
did
just screwed up.
Oh, no.
I shall take you back to the year over about this time when it started snowing 3 days before Christmas. And about Christmas morning in Wilmington, it was 0 degrees at 6 a.m. and with 17 inches of snow on the ground.
I remember that year well.
I do, too. I was stuck in the house for 3 days with 2 beautiful women.
Oh.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
They were,
Yeah.
they were his dogs. Come on, guys.
They were not.
Well, not two-legged
Brave.
ones, his four-legged critters.
No.
Two
they were
beautiful
not.
women.
Is that naughty tie again?
You're trying to pick a fight, aren't
Yeah.
you? Vic,
Dogs are
ignore him.
beautiful.
Ignore him, Vic. He's just trying to pick a fight with you.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Victor.
Oh, well, we'll get into that in a second. But first of all, Miss Kelly,
Yes.
Have you gotten to see that movie on public television
Not yet.
in a different key? Okay.
No,
It,
but
it played a couple times over the weekend.
all right. Let me
And-
make myself a note. I'm doing
Okay,
that
and
now.
I got another one as well
Okay.
called Generation A,
Okay.
Portraits of Autism.
Got it. Portrait.
So-
That one should be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both on
Okay.
PBS?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to look them up.
Just go to pbs.org
Yeah.
and they'll direct you. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. I will do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vic, on that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Mr. Rayford. Okay.
No, I'm not here, but go
You
ahead.
want to pick a fight with me? You want
He
to pick a
does.
fight with me?
He
Okay,
does.
Not
fine.
really. I don't like picking fights.
Oh, come on. You pick your
He's-
nose, you pick fights, you pick
He's-
I
everything.
don't
He-
pick my
Vic,
nose
he's
and
wearing
fight.
his naughty tie. It literally says
Yeah,
naughty
you
on
better-
it. So
better-
he's
you
feeling
better just
naughty
keep
Where
it
does
today.
it say
Yeah.
naughty?
Yeah. Don't even try, Ray.
Where?
Okay. Turn it right the
What
way
does
you
it
had
say?
it. See, Vic, he's wearing this tie and it's two-sided. One side says naughty, one side says nice. The red is naughty, that's what he's wearing. He just flipped it over to the nice, but nope, doesn't work that way.
No,
No.
that coin don't flip that fast.
No,
Okay.
no. Nope.
Mr. Rayford,
Yes.
yesterday you did your usual Biden bashing segment, and you went further. And not only do you not like Mr. Biden, you had to bash on the state of Delaware.
I just said it was the smallest state. Biden should be able
Yes,
to handle
you
that
did.
all by himself.
And it goes again to prove your ignorance of geography.
Yeah, Rhode Island is the smallest state.
Yeah, you remembered that, did
Yep,
you?
I did.
Suddenly? Yeah.
No, I remembered it at the time. I just
But
didn't
you
correct myself
correct
I
yourself.
didn't correct myself at the time.
No. Okay. Well, we stand corrected now. Rhode Island was, and always has been the smallest state.
Well, I probably could take. Was it one of the first? Was it original 13?
Was it?
When did it
You
come
can't
in?
re-
When did it come in? No, I can't remember back that far. When did it become a state?
It was one of the original colonies.
I
dummy.
didn't say colonies. I said state. When did it become a state? We're talking about statehood.
Along with all the other states.
Oh, well, they didn't all become states, all 13 colonies at the same time.
Well, no, there was, when they ratified the Constitution.
Okay, so
Okay.
it may not have
And
been
Rhode
originally
Island was one of the first,
one of.
and one of the most, and it was one of the most important, because when Roger Williams founded the Providence Colony to break away from Massachusetts Colony,
Mhm.
he established separation of church and state. And that was very important. And that was done, way before the revolution. That was done back in the 1600s.
Okay.
So very important. Check your facts.
Okay. I
Oh.
wasn't getting into that as a fact, but go ahead.
Okay. Yesterday, also, you were all excited about fusion.
That was,
Okay,
that was actually
the-
last
the-
week, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes,
Pardon me?
That was actually last week.
right.
No, okay. Anyhow, so there's no need for the Green New Deal, according to Rayford Brown.
No, I did not say that.
Because- Yes, you did.
Oh, I reported what the other people were saying. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But you are no friend of the Green New Deal. You've made that obvious.
That's
quite
pretty
often.
clear.
Yes. All right. So how do you feel about this fusion thing then?
I think is worth looking at, and many of us have said for quite some time that probably nuclear energy probably do not take. I just don't know that much about it, except that it seems to be probably a better deal at this point in time than a lot of the other deals that our government is putting forth.
Okay, you're talking about our traditional fission reactors?
No,
Or are
no,
you talking about-
the ones for the future, the fusion, the ones that we have now, you've got to bury, you got to hide, you got to get rid of the waste, which you have to go through the half-life disposal, which will last a lot longer than you, me, and the rest of Earth put together.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? I've been
Yep.
in the nuclear areas. I've done some work inside. Yes,
Well, you toured the one down in Wilmington.
I did actually work in the one down in Wilmington and the one in Southport.
Yeah.
They still have some
And,
cables of mine that made contact with stuff that you could not wash off.
Okay, so anyhow, Green New Deal's got to keep going. We need the energy. We need clean energy.
We
Okay,
do.
which is going to mean solar panels. It's going to mean
God.
wind turbines.
Oh God. I don't have a
Yes, sir.
problem. I do not have too much of a problem with wind turbines unless they put them offshore, because here's the problem I have with them there, is that the transmission lines that they have to put underwater, under the bottom of the sea, are going to have to be huge. You're talking about our substations that we have around here. Imagine that. Imagine what's going to have to be there to step up that juice.
I can see that happening very easily. What's the matter with these transmission lines?
Salt water and high voltage. Now we're talking about 25,000 volts to get it transmitted back to land.
Yeah,
that's
Why
scary.
can't it be done?
With today's technology, I don't think it can be done.
It's already being done.
Where?
In the Northeast, off of Cape Cod.
How far off of Cape Cod?
5 miles. 10 miles.
That's nothing.
Yeah, but that technology is there. It's ready to go. It can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah. But we need the Green New Deal to get it done. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going with fossil fuels, which are a disaster for the environment in every way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when, as you and I agree, it involves things like ethanol, okay, which is absolutely a disaster. I mean, at least with this fusion breakthrough out at Lawrence Livermore, which is one of the major polluters as far as atomic energy is concerned in the country, okay? Ethanol, as we both agree, is a disaster because it puts more energy in than we get out. Okay?
It requires a gallon of ethanol will not give you the same gas mileage as a gallon of regular fossil fuel, non-ethanol. That's been proven time and again and again and again and again.
And as we've both discussed before, to produce that ethanol, you got to grow the corn, you got to harvest the corn, you got to transport the corn, you got to cook the ethanol, and then you got to transport the ethanol. And in the long run, you're burning more fuel than you're making.
Well, not only that, let me explain to you something else. It costs more to produce a gallon of ethanol than it costs to produce a gallon of fossil fuel, straight up gasoline. It costs more.
Sir.
Now, why does it cost less at the pumps? Because these companies that produce ethanol get subsidies. Guess where they get their subsidies?
Yes,
That's from the left side of your pocket. Go ahead.
We both agree on that 100%.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, but fossil fuels are a mess. I mean, look at that Keystone Pipeline break the other day in Kansas. Okay. Keystone, and thank God, Mr. Biden canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. Okay. Mm-hmm. Keystone is owned by Canada to send Canadian tar sands oil to the United States to even get that stuff to flow. and Mr. Rayford, I know you've done your homework on this.
It's not the best
They
oil, not the best raw product out there. Yes.
It's one of the worst, yeah, because even to get that stuff to flow in a pipeline, they have to load it up with all these solvents just to get the stuff to move. Then when it breaks, and Keystone has had several breaks before this, well, many breaks, I should say. All right? And it's what's called bituminous oil, which is, worse than the crude oil we get out of the Gulf. Okay? And it's harder to clean up. I mean, it immediately turns to tar. It's more polluting. And this is the stuff that is getting sent to a refinery all the way down in Louisiana or, southeast Texas.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Awful stuff.
3 of those refineries in Louisiana are owned by Venezuela.
Okay,
That's even worse, isn't it?
I don't understand how they're owned by Venezuela. I think they're
By
actually owned
by Citgo, which owns Venezuela, Venezuela owns Citgo. Yes, it's a government company.
Well, that's a surprise to me. All I know is that, when the oil goes to the refineries, all right, which are all owned by the big oil cartels, Exxon, Shell, BP,
Yep.
Go on down the line. I didn't know that Venezuela owned Chevron. I'll have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it produces all kinds of nasty stuff, even when the stuff is refined or being refined. Then, okay, does that stuff go to the American people?
Are you asking a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming that we will end up getting it at some point in time after it's refined.
Okay. Or is it the property of the oil cartels who sell it on the open market to the highest bidder?
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I really wish I knew how the cartels and how OPEC work. I do not. I have tried to study it. I get conflicting reports in my head. I cannot understand it. Don't even pretend to.
Okay, I'll answer for you very quickly. It all goes on the open market and is sold to the highest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which brings me to another point. You were ha-haing the other day how Switzerland, you're not going to be able to charge your electric car because there might be rolling blackouts of the power grid in Switzerland.
That's what Switzerland is saying. Yes, that's what they were warning.
Yeah. Well, how much is gasoline going for in Switzerland right now for people with internal combustion engines?
I don't know, a lot more than we're paying for it.
How about $4.35?
Yeah, that's not a whole lot more than we're paying for it, but believe it or not.
Oh yeah, it is, because that's per liter.
Okay.
And what's going to happen to the gasoline supply in Switzerland with it going to so many other countries because demand is going to be up?
Yeah, possibility. I don't know. Again, I do not follow any of those paths. I don't understand it. I'll just be perfectly honest with you.
You're being wonderfully humble today.
No, I'm not.
Congratulate you.
No, I'm not. If I don't understand it, I'll tell you I don't understand it. And I do not understand it. I don't know how it works. I know what the end result is, and it sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
we got to run.
Yes.
You're over your time limit.
No. Thanks for the use of the hall.
You're welcome.
Miss Kelly, Ms. Lee, I'll pick on you some other time. Sorry to the
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, bring it.
Yeah, I got all the grief today. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I'll tell you, I'm not going to let us get off on any tangents for
No.
8 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, any more? Done? You got that?
Okay.
If at any point in time you're a caller and you hear, and you're done.
I love it.
That's your sign to hang
Okay.
up. Okay.
Okay. I
Right.
like that.
And I just
Somebody's
we
at the
got
door.
way overhand, way out of hand, and for something that's totally irrelevant to anything else that we started today. Got it? I do want to talk to you seriously about this time of season, this time of year.
Yes.
It is a season. It's supposed to be joyous, and it is a
Yeah.
joyous. It's a happy time. We've got decorations up. Theo wanted some decorations up. We got them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were
Right,
planning
we
on it anyway,
do.
but we got them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great time of year. It's a stressful time of year. If you don't
It is.
believe that, watch
Mhm.
TV and check out all those commercials and all of this stuff. And oh my God, you got to go buy this. You got to go buy the internet lit up
Mhm.
with it. I cannot log on
Yes.
without saying, "Have you done this or done that?" Go away. Get out of my face.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, all those folks who were calling about Medicare this and Medicare that, they have now been turned over
Thank
to.
you.
Now they have suddenly become your death benefits. Are you over
Oh,
65?
no.
Are you getting ready to die? Do you have, let me hook you up with some, let me get my hands around your neck
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
is the only thing I can think of. So I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of people are
let's-
stressed out.
let's take a break.
Okay.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom, 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. And we just had a gentleman live on the line just before the commercial break, and he hung up.
Well, he's at work, so he may have had something occur.
That's not an excuse.
That's
Oh,
him right
he's
there.
back.
Yeah, he wanted to wait. He don't want to hold. I don't blame him.
Hey, Timmy, talking about you.
I heard. Oh man, hey, I like the ding dong bell. It reminds me of Avon calling.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
remember?
as I heard it. Yeah, Avon calling.
Oh,
You know,
Oh,
and I
my.
use Avon.
I had forgotten about
I
that
use
till
that.
you just
yes,
said
the
that.
commercials.
Well, I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm on. You know, I'm not as old as Rayford, but I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, Rayford's 2 days younger than Dirt, but it's okay.
yeah, buddy.
Mhm.
Well, in 2 days, I know what's happening then, I guess, huh?
You're right. I got a rant this morning,
Shoot.
and I'm not blaming Kelly for it, but she's the cause.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
What,
I have escaped
Kelly-
today.
what have I done?
Yeah,
So
Kelly,
far.
you know how I've always bragged about you since COVID came out about the pickup, the shopping online and
Yeah.
they delivering it to you.
Yeah.
I got my wife hooked in all that. Even she never did the groceries,
Uh-huh.
but she did the groceries at Thanksgiving, and I had to run the guy down to get my daggone groceries.
Dude, run
Well,
him
did
down
you
or run him
order some-
over.
Had to run. Well, I needed to run him over
Mhm.
because he knew 2 words. He knew yes and right. That's all he knew.
Mhm.
That's all he knew. He was not Mexican. He was not Puerto Rican, not Cuban. He was Armenian.
Oh wow.
That's all I knew.
Wow. Okay.
Now they had another delivery driver, a nice lady, and Google Maps messed up so bad.
Yep.
And we've always, if we had stuff delivered, we'd say, "Do not use Google Maps. Use this or call." Well, the guy that cannot speak English will not answer the phone. So I've had to run across the property line over in the river bluff just to run him down. Well, my wife ordered her Christmas groceries, and guess who brought them? That was him.
Oh, my.
Well, he didn't wait around for me to run across the yard to get them. He left, and they just Walmart. I'll go ahead and throw the name out. Driver is canceling delivery. We will redeliver it at a later date or later time. Now that was Saturday, and still hadn't got them. And she got online, and I got to laughing.
Ooh.
She said, "I'm gonna call."
Have you? Uh-oh. Where'd you
answer
go?
the phone.
Have you checked your
Will
credit card?
not. Yep, she did that. They hadn't taken it out.
Good.
They
Cancel
have
it
not been delivered.
and go get it yourself.
Well, that's what I told her. Well, that's what I said too. But she is so hyped up now about getting delivered. She loves it. And
I'm telling you.
it's Kelly's fault.
It's
If
the
it
greatest
works.
thing ever. But hold on, Tim, I've got a solution for you. See, I don't use
Okay.
Walmart grocery delivery very much because
Yeah.
in early COVID, I had too many where they wouldn't deliver it or what. And I live in the Commons.
Yeah.
So it just got to be
Yeah.
too much. So
Yeah.
I use Instacart. And mainly, I can get Food Lion, I can get Lowe's Foods, I can get Publix, I can get Aldi, I can get all that on Instacart. That's where I get mine. So, and they are
we don't
awesome.
have don't have that in Richlands yet. We're working on. I reckon working on it.
Are you
Got
sure
DoorDash
you don't have
over it.
Instacart
It's
yet?
what- do not have it yet out of here. Cause, but it's coming. That's what we keep getting. It's coming. But it blew my mind
Mhm.
so bad. And I told her, and what we said, just cancel it. But you started that trend, Kelly. You're a godsend over that because my wife is totally hooked into it.
It's awesome.
Now Food Line is coming up. They do pickup now,
Mhm.
but they hadn't got it all delivery. But I told her, I said, you go back to Instacart or DoorDash or
Yeah.
Uber Eats, and you can get it done.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But now
well,
she stayed on the line 28 minutes on the phone,
shoot.
going to this division, that division. She finally hung up, went to the email, and that was crazy. And she finally got it canceled. But finally, but it did tickle me to death. I said, it's Kelly's fault.
It is.
Kelly's fault. No,
Look.
it's not. Yeah, it is. Kelly's fault. You would have gone to the store if it hadn't been for that.
But you don't have to deal with rude people. You ain't got to deal with sickness. You don't have to deal with
Yeah.
anything.
Well, I
I
have a
love
question.
It
delivery.
is great.
I love
Well,
it.
the only
Nah.
thing that she has gone and picked up
Mhm.
for a Christmas present is when we went to Mount Airy in October. she did a little Christmas shopping there. But every day,
Mhm.
Prime, USPS, UPS, FedEx,
Mhm.
there's something sitting on my back porch every day.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I know where to go shopping now.
And yeah, come on by there. This camera will be staring at you. That's fine.
That's
That's
what I
fine.
got spray paint for.
I'll turn Theo out and then he'll
Lord
jump on.
That's
mercy.
right.
But if I just want to tell you, and I told her, I said, yeah, I'm blaming Kelly for that. I'm
Yeah.
blaming Kelly for that. But
Well,
see, with her
I got a new.
breathing,
There's a new delivery system that I use all the time.
What is it?
It's Instajeep. Got to run, Timmy.
there you go.
You're
That's
live.
it.
You're
Bye,
live and
Timmy.
local, real talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. And we're back, and the ladies here are discussing the benefits of shopping with one service or another,
Yeah,
and yada
she's-
yada yada.
Instacart.
And I just go to the store. I find stores that have self checkout, not a problem.
Right.
I don't have to ask people for
I've gotten
anything.
to where I
But
like
here's
that
the thing,
now.
Rayford.
I just go get the stuff, put it in the cart, go up there, and I scan it all myself. I know that way it's been scanned. I know everything is right. And here's it is done. Check it out on the way out the door. I'm finished.
These stores are some of them are just a little too people-y for me. Like you have
To
to
people,
Right.
it's just- people
You
slow and
are-
people slow down the aisle. No,
You
I
are
don't.
I try to go.
I can stay in my pajamas in my house.
I do too. You're a counselor, but I take my
Yeah.
pajamas.
I
and
wear
go
mine to
over there.
Walmart.
There you go.
And also-
You fit right in.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing today?
We're
nuts.
doing good.
Hey, first thing I want to say this morning is thank you guys so much for allowing us to come on here and voice our opinions, even in opposition of your own. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Y'all might not believe this, but my friends and family, both Republican and Democrat, can't talk to me about politics more than about 3 minutes before they want to strangle me.
Well, gee.
Well, listen.
It don't matter. It don't matter which side. you
Can
know.
I be perfectly
forever to
honest
de-
with you? You want me to be perfectly honest with you?
Let's do it.
We got 2 or 3 callers out there that would like to do the same thing to you. Oh, how does that make you feel, Steve?
Steve's like,
Hey,
I
man,
love it.
If they're hating on me, they're leaving somebody else alone.
There you go. That's how I
Absolutely.
feel too.
Yeah. Oh my. Hey, I wanted to speak on a couple of things. Y'all put something on the internet the other day about have you ever tried to get in the wrong car?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Oh
that?
yes, I've done that. How embarrassing.
I
Yep.
was at Walmart on Western, parked on that little side lot there by
Yeah.
the garden section,
Yeah.
and I had this green Caravan. I parked there, went inside, did my shopping, and come back out, and hit my little button and got in the van and got inside, put the key in the ignition, and I
Really?
couldn't start it.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, what in the world? You know, what's wrong with my key? And I looked around and there was trash in the van. And I was like, my goodness, did somebody come over here and start trashing my car while I was gone? And about that time, I look over and like 2 cars down is my car.
Uh-oh.
And the same color, same model, everything.
Same
and I
trash.
guess they left their doors unlocked, you know.
Mm.
And so, yeah, I went like really far down that road.
Oh yeah.
But wanted to share that with you. And then the Christmas gift one, the most memorable one I got, I don't know if it was the best or worst, was 87 boxes of macaroni and cheese when I was 12 years old.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
What?
Still eating
My
on
dad
that?
gave me that.
he put it in I love macaroni and cheese, so that was a reason for it. But he put it in a big box and wrapped it up and put it under the tree. Like, I guess it was over 2 weeks before Christmas, and I was allowed. I could pick it up, I could shake it if I wanted to, and it weighed like 87 pounds.
Good
Yeah,
Lord.
and it was disappointing a little when I opened it at Christmas time that it was food. But I really enjoyed that gift throughout the rest of that year.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that
it's
was
one you
one
will
thing I wanted to
remember.
comment on.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember one year I just gotten a 1961 Chevy station wagon. It wasn't in 1961. It was my second used car that I ever bought, and I got a set of tires for it for Christmas.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Now let me tell you something.
That meant a
Tires
lot.
are expensive even back then, especially
Yes.
when you got. In those days, I got the 4-ply. I mean, the heavy duty would last you forever type tires, and I was happy as a clam.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's funny the ones we remember.
Yeah. No problem with
I
that one.
agree with that.
And they were under the Christmas tree the next morning. That was what was weird.
Well, I guess
one
you
of them
had-
was. The other
I
three
guess
were
you
outside.
had your hurricane staples because it would last all the way through the year,
There
wouldn't
you
it?
go.
Yeah. I love macaroni and cheese.
All right, Steve. Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Steve.
Thank you. I
You-
appreciate it.
yeah,
Y'all
take
have a
care.
blessed day.
Real quick before we get over to the other thing, the
Mhm.
Supreme Court yesterday blocked on a temporary
Yay.
basis the Biden administration's decision to end Trump's order mandating that illegals trying to get into this country remain in Mexico.
Title 42.
They're going to be stuck there. That's a big move at the 11th hour, no less. But that was a huge move.
Oh,
in the Supreme Court.
I'm so glad they did that.
It's called Title 42, the order that was put into effect during COVID. In effect, it said to the wannabe illegals, turn around, keep your butt in Mexico until we call you. That's what the order basically said. The order is scheduled to expire tomorrow. Towns and cities all along our southern border, all of the states there, they've been bracing for what they expected to be like an influx of even more illegals than we get on a daily basis. Daily, there's somewhere about 2,400, and they're expecting doubling that. The cities are declaring, the states are declaring, everybody's declaring states of emergency. Texas governor, he's declared a state of invasion. I can understand that because at that point in time, the state of invasion means that the president hasn't been securing the borders from invading forces. If indeed that is what it is, what really yesterday before the Supreme Court ruled is Title 42 was a really hot topic at yesterday's press briefing. Karine Jean-Pierre, the paid liar for the president, said the end of Title 42 does not mean the border will open. Well, Karine, baby, you're right. The border is already not open now, but thousands of people are coming in. It's not open. But how are these people getting in?
I dare
It's
to
not
think.
open. It will remain not open, but people are coming in.
What's going to happen if they do open it? It's just like we were discussing this morning. Since the fiscal start of 2022, they've already stopped 180 known terrorists from crossing into the over
That's
the
just
border.
the one they've stopped.
So how
I
many-
question
right.
how many got
are
through.
still here?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like I
Okay.
said, it only takes one.
That's right. I guarantee there's more than one waiting.
Oh, I'm sure we already have some that did go through.
Well,
You know,
it's
no
just- it
doubt.
just-
with that. Yeah.
Anyway, okay. It is 'tis the season to be joyous,
Yeah.
to have a good
It
time,
is.
to put up decorations, to have family and friends over, to cook, to do and exchange gifts. Gifts don't have to be gifts. Hey, here's a gift.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It's
Correct.
a gift. It can be a token.
Yeah.
It can be
Well, let somebody know
something
you're thinking about them.
special.
Yeah.
Or it can be nothing at all.
hmm
Nothing at all doesn't mean you're dissing somebody.
Even if you give somebody a gift of your time,
Yeah.
just spending
And,
time
and the
with
best
them.
gift's going to be something homemade anyway.
Yeah, I love
whether
homemade
it's
gifts.
Oh, I do
cookies or
too.
whether
If you're-
it's
if you're-
whatever.
But I would caution people too, as someone who has developed a lot of food allergies, make sure if you're going to give gifts of food, you know the recipient and make sure they don't have allergies or know if they do what they are allergic to, because that could be bad.
I had wrapped up a bag of boiled peanuts for you, but
I will fight
back.
you, Rayford.
Yeah.
I will
I've taken
fight
them
you in the
back.
parking lot
Seriously.
right here and
Oh
now.
my
I took them
gosh.
back. I
Uh-huh.
put them back in the freezer.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Mhm.
that's the kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of know what you're giving
Yeah.
for whom,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be much.
Yeah, you don't have to,
Get over the stress. Go to the
Mhm.
grocery store and get
Mhm.
something you know that this person likes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something they don't buy themselves. Don't wrap up any ice cream, please.
Oh, that'd be a mess.
That was
Yeah.
just don't do
But-
stupid stuff unless it's somebody you really don't like.
Mhm.
Then I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
All's fair in love and hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the stress
The
that
stress
comes
is
with
bad.
this time of year, and we all can have it. Trying to think, oh my God, what can I get? What haven't I gotten before? What? It's a stressful time.
Well, stress.
So, Madam Counselor,
well,
give us some free advice.
stress at the holidays is not always just about trying to find that perfect gift. It for some people the holidays have bring up negative memories. If a loved one died during the holidays, for example,
Yes,
that is
I know
not
of
a good
several.
time.
Got one.
If something negative in their childhood occurred during the holidays and it's never been addressed through therapy, that's going to bring up issues. People with PTSD, for example, military members who had their what I call the anniversary event that occurred around the holidays. The holidays, so you combine that, because if you have PTSD from a traumatic event on the battlefield, every year usually starts about 2 weeks before the symptoms of the event start occurring. Difficulty sleeping, or increased anxiety or increased agitation, the memories, etc., come back, and then it goes through that date and then after. So you take something like, and that's where the military members sometimes, in my opinion, have a double whammy of it, because they're having to relive or celebrate the anniversary, and I don't mean that in a good way, of the event. Not to mention you're combining that with the stress of the holidays, trying to find that perfect gift, maybe going to family, and especially if you're going to family members you don't like. And what I say to people in that respect, and that causes stress for people, and I had to say this to somebody yesterday, just because they are your family member does not mean you have to subject yourself to them. As adults, you have the right to say, I'm not going to see so-and-so, or you're not coming to my house, or I'm not going to your house, family or not. You don't have to say anything, but if you feel compelled, if you have to explain yourself, go ahead. But I tell them, you don't have to you owe no one an explanation.
Just say,
Yeah.
no, thanks for the invitation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there.
And if your family member puts pressure on you, then cut the communication off for a few days. You do not have to try to please somebody. And here's the other thing: do not force your children to hug somebody that you don't, that they seem, especially if a kid is shy or has anxiety. Don't say, go hug Uncle so-and-so, or go hug Grandpa, whoever. Do not do that. That is one of the worst things you can do to a child, especially if the child suffers from anxiety.
And especially if the child sees this person once a year or once every 2 years.
Don't
or
do
whatever.
that. Don't do that.
Give them a hug. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
that? That's a stranger.
It is.
You tell me don't hug strangers.
Would you go up and hug somebody like that? No, because a lot of times adults don't want to be touched in that way. What makes you think a kid wants to be?
Yeah.
So, and often people also put a lot of pressure on themselves to find that quote perfect gift. My opinion, there's no such thing as a perfect gift. And people go into major debt at Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Buying gifts and trying to outdo another family member or the neighbors. Don't just do it for yourself. It's the thought. Especially elderly family members, they would rather you set up a schedule to come visit them as a gift. Give them a gift of, that coupon books, or, something like a meal delivery service, a couple of times a month or whatever, or, frozen. They have senior frozen meals. I looked into those for my mom.
Really?
And and they will, because Mom, we don't want her cooking now. We had an incident, so she's not allowed to use the stove anymore. I mean, it was bad.
Story there.
Yes,
we
it
haven't
is.
heard
So, but she likes frozen dinner. The
So
stovers
she's
and
listening
whatever.
right now.
No, she's not. That's why I said it. I know for a fact she's not.
Okay.
Yeah. So
When's she gonna be in town?
She'll be in town Friday. Well, if I get back in time, yeah.
So when can I talk to her?
I'm not letting you talk to her at all. She'll tell you too much. But no, she's not. She can't. Mom's banned from the stove. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But anyway, but she can microwave whatever. So I had a bunch of meals ordered. She can put in the freezer and
Good.
problem solved. Stuff like that. Get creative. If someone likes to do arts and crafts, for example, give them either a gift certificate to Michael's or go get them some stuff, knowing what
Sure.
they need. I mean, you don't have to get crazy. But people make themselves, they put so much pressure. And if you already suffer from anxiety or depression, it's going to make it that much worse.
Or
Mm-hmm.
like somebody I know, you do them a favor and have a yard service to come by and
Yes.
and clean up that once a year thing
Yeah.
that really needs a thorough cleaning.
Yes.
A
That's
thorough
nice.
That's a
doing.
good gift.
Now,
Yes.
how much would you like that?
That would be awesome.
I'd love that.
Or someone, even a senior or just a person that works a lot,
Mhm.
a service to come clean their house.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have to go in search of a $10,000 bracelet or,
Ugh.
because especially if the person don't even like jewelry, you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Just,
too.
just little things.
What do you think about gift cards?
Personally, I like
I
them.
love them.
Because that way, I mean, I've had people say that's so impersonal, but it's easier for the person to get what they want versus something you
agree.
think they want that they're never going to use.
And especially if you
Yeah.
know that they like a certain restaurant
Correct.
or a certain
Yes.
whatever like that.
My
Absolutely,
favorite
yes.
gift card is Lowe's.
Why am I not
Case,
surprised by
case
that?
you're
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
out there,
You
anyone.
and our son-in-law feel the same
I
way.
love to be able to,
Matters
because
not.
I've got to renovate 2 bathrooms. So if anybody's thinking of what to get me for Christmas, a Lowe's gift card will be fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most favorite gift cards.
I
for so
love
many
shopping at
people.
Lowe's. I would rather go there and buy a new tool, like a saw or something, than have to go buy a new dress for something.
Well, yeah.
I
don't even
I
wear
love
dresses.
going to Lowe's.
Well, like my brother, my youngest brother, he works. I mean, he has a good job, and he's a workaholic. He's always been a real hard worker, but his vice is game. He likes to play video games when he's on his downtime. Not my thing. I'm not a gamer,
No, me either.
but
Yeah,
my
Don't know how to
brother
do it,
would
never
rather
done.
have a GameStop gift card.
Yes.
And his, Michelle, his wife, limits him. So, I mean, he's not like gaming 24/7. She gives him a window and he cherishes his little gaming time. I think she gives him like 4 hours or something, maybe on the weekend. Otherwise, she's got him doing all kinds of projects at the house. But anyway, for him, a GameStop gift card is the perfect gift. Like you would have thought you'd given him gold.
I get one
Yeah.
for my grandson
Yeah.
every occasion. I get him other things to go with
Yeah,
it, but I
same.
always get him the
I always
game
get my
card.
brother a GameStop gift card. And the other brother wants just a
That I
Visa.
don't need.
A
So,
Visa card. I have another
Right.
brother. I just give him the Visa
Yes.
card. Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
nice.
That's
though.
because you can get what you want.
Right.
And you don't, a lot of times families, when you've got, quite a few, there's ways you can give gifts where you don't have to do everybody. Draw names, set a price
I've
limit.
tried that with my family.
We used to do that a lot in my family. We would draw names, and except for mom always everybody got mom something, and dad. But otherwise, between the siblings and the cousins and stuff, we would draw names, and we set our price limit at $25.
That's good.
I had a
Especially if you have
client-
a large family, lots of
Yeah,
kids.
it's easier. I had a client, they set $150 limit. And they were getting,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot, but that's what you want to do.
It's a lot of
great.
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. So, but anyway, just, you can reduce the stress without trying to live up to the Hallmark movie, of how your house is supposed to look and all the presents you're supposed to have. That's TV. It's not real. Decorate either minimal or as much as you want. Depends on what makes you happy. Bottom line.
I agree.
So that's my 2 cents.
Hey, Jennifer.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
yikes.
Hold on,
Hold on.
Jennifer. Don't go away. Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to punch the button a few times. Jennifer, you there?
Yes.
Okay. We just got you punched up for the first time, but before that it was a noise and everything. But we got you good and loud and clear now. What's up?
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, well, first of all, Merry Christmas.
Same to
And
you.
Terry said not to give me the doorbell. I'll be short and sweet.
Yeah.
He's listening.
But I was going to say in about the gift giving, if you have elderly people, just go spend some time with them.
Absolutely. That's
We-
where I was going next.
We went a couple weekends ago. We went over, we picked Mom up, checked her out, carried her to Wilmington, went by, put flowers on Dad's grave. The first time she had been to the cemetery since she had been in the nursing home.
Wow.
But we rode her around Wilmington, showed her all, how it's all grown up and all kinds of stuff. And I told her, I said, now look, I said, this is, Merry Christmas. This is your Christmas. We stopped, we got a biscuit, and just enjoyed the whole day. Let dark run us in. It was dark by the time we got her back. And good Lord willing, some night this week, Terry and I are going to go over and get her and ride her around and let her look at Christmas lights.
Oh, that's good. That's nice.
And, just spend time with them. There's so, there, and as far as for older people, give your children something in your house that you want them to have.
Right.
I preached that to Terry's mama for years before I ever finally got her to do it. I said, quit spending money on everybody. Wrap up something in your house that you want them to have and give it to them so they can enjoy it, and you can know that they're enjoying it, and you can see them enjoy it.
That goes for friends too. I've got some trash I'd like to get rid of.
Whoa. Okay. 'Tis the season.
Hey, it's my naughty side right now. Okay, give me a break.
Well, I don't really want any trash, but and I don't know if you saw it, somebody asked about firewood. Bryant's Produce up on Gum Branch Road has firewood.
Yes.
Okay.
I commented on the Rayford Brown
Very good.
show post.
I
So,
do appreciate that.
All righty. Well, y'all have a good day.
By the way,
Yes.
for the mom that you're talking about, that's your mother-in-law. I was at her wedding.
Really?
I was. I was also at her husband's funeral.
Yes.
There in Wilmington.
Yeah.
We knew him as CG. His name was Roland, but we knew him as CG. Okay. Just
I am very, very blessed to have had the father-in-law I did, even though for a short time, and to have the mother-in-law I do.
Oh, absolutely.
And
She's a precious
tell
charm.
her a lot. I lost my mom when I was 20. And so I tell her a lot of times, I said, I've had you a lot longer than I had my mom. You just stepped right in, and, because my mom had already passed before I ever moved down here and met Terry.
Yeah.
So, she's been mom. And a lot of people, I actually had a man stand me down one day and he said, I saw your mom. And I said, no, sir. I said, that's my mother-in-law. And he said, no, he said, it's your mom. He said, she decorates the cake.
Yep.
And I looked at him. I said, no, sir. I said, that's my mother-in-law. He said, well, I'm pretty sure it's your mom.
Okay.
And I looked at him and I said, well, how was she doing? She died in 1985. I mean, I couldn't help it. I told him 3 times. He wouldn't listen to me. But a lot of people do think she's my mom and Terry's mother-in-law. So
There
I'll
you
take that as a compliment.
Absolutely. Jennifer, thank you. Merry Christmas if we don't talk to you.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back with weather. You know, it's not too late. You can get that perfect gift for someone you really like. If they're a fisherman or a boater, there's some stuff that you can get. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You can get little trinkets for them. If it's something you just feel like you need to get something to go to a Christmas party you're going over to your in-laws and you know that they fish or whatever, pick up a little trinket. You know, you can get them for next to nothing at Tideline Marine right now.
Yes.
And that's the really cool thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money unless you want to. If you want to buy a boat, you can do that too. But I would make that for someone really special, especially someone that would allow you to use it too. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. I'll be down there a little bit later on this morning for the first time in quite some time.
Wow,
I'll
good.
go
Oh,
get a
wow.
chance to
Good
walk
for
around and say,
you.
hey, y'all, what's up? Northeasterly winds offshore today, 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4, 2 feet near shore, dominant period 8 seconds, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. As marine conditions deteriorate today, going into tonight, a small craft advisory will be in effect through Thursday morning. Why? Because winds are going to be tomorrow out of the northeast at 20 to 25 knots, gusts to 30. That's enough. 4 to 6 footers, 2 to 4 near shore, dominant period 4 seconds, sounds and rivers rough. Thursday, worse.
Worstest.
It's worstest now.
Yes.
Southeasterly
Worstest.
winds 20 to, my English teacher would have loved me.
Yeah.
Southeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, gusts to 35 knots, seas 5 to 8, building. Going to get bigger, 8 to 11 feet in the afternoon. Near shore seas 4 to 6, building to 6 to 8 in the afternoon. Sounds and rivers going to be rough. One more time.
I like that. Today, mostly cloudy, a high of only 47. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 35. Tomorrow, once again, cloud. It's so dreary. A high of 51, but the gusts start tomorrow with gusts as high as 17 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 45. And then on Thursday, the rain, high of 66, and 1 to 2 inches of rain are possible, which means if you're out driving and stuff, please be careful, slow down, take your time.
You know, when your kids were a little bit smaller, when there's little kids, they do something wrong, you reach over there and swat them, right?
Yeah.
You've done that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, statute of limitations has expired, no problem. Swatting, though,
Sure.
is something different. There is something called
Yes.
swatting schemes. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
I've not heard of it. 2 men have been charged with
heck
illegally
is that?
gaining access to Ring home security cameras
Mm-hmm.
in a series of swatting schemes to live stream the police response to the bogus emergencies. What?
What? Wait, what is that? I've never
They
heard of
go
that.
up
Yeah.
and they cause your alarm to go off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sit back with their video cameras and wait for the police to respond.
Well, they do things like reporting
And
a
then, that's the other thing.
What
they
is the
do.
point of
shooting
that?
Them so they can get video of the police and how they
oh,
respond.
they've been doing
And then
that
they
for a
put
long
it out
time.
there online. And this is what will happen in case you try to break into this house,
Mhm.
for instance.
Right.
Well,
This
let
is
me
how
tell
much.
you-
This is how much time you've got to get in and get out.
Well, let me explain how that might not
Yeah,
that
it's
might
gonna
not
be a
work for somebody.
bad
Okay.
thing.
If you come to my house and I don't know you're coming, there's probably a 98% chance I am not going to go to the door. Okay. Just, I'm throwing this out. And my friends that know me well know this. If you don't tell me you're coming to my house,
There's 100% chance
Yeah.
I am going to the door,
No,
but it might
no.
be the back door walk
Well,
around, look over your shoulder
but
when they
if
get
I
there.
do go to the door, because I scared my neighbor one time, there's going to be a weapon in my hand, a
Yeah.
gun, let
Uh-huh.
me say, and others nearby. But if you actually are dumb enough to think I'm not home or no one's home or whatever, because some people do park in the garage, just so you know, just so you know, and then so, and
Bring it
you
on.
make it through my, because at this point I'm watching you and I'm going to let you get across my threshold. I'm throwing it out there. This is live on the radio. If you make it into my house, which I'll let you get in, you will not make it out. So, word to the wise.
Kelly for Christmas would like to have 10 gallons of bleach. Good morning. Who's this? Who's this?
Trash
Hey,
bags.
it's Royce. How you doing?
I'm fine, Mr. Commissioner. Commissioner Royce Bennett. Good to chat with you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas to y'all. I hadn't been able to listen because I've been in a meeting since 7 o'clock, but
Yikes.
but I did want to touch base with you guys. The Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign is going on right now.
Sure is.
we raise about $110,000
Ooh,
in nickel, dimes, and quarters. That's a lot of
That's
money to
great.
count. But I mean, that money goes to Onslow County to help people with food, clothes, and household goods in Onslow County, helping hundreds of people every month. So just want to remind people that, that is something local that they can help people right here in Onslow County, and we appreciate if they'd throw their change or a few bills in the kettle when they walk by it. And every bit of it's going to go to help somebody right here in Onslow
it
County.
does not leave the county. There's not a whole lot of overhead involved in it. There's a bunch of volunteers from all sorts of organizations, the Kiwanis, the Rotaries, all sorts of people organize to send out bell ringers, right?
That's right. Yeah, we need volunteers to ring bells. We appreciate every hour that somebody can do. You know, some of these places we have to pay somebody to stand there and ring a bell.
Oh,
And
really?
you got to pay $10, $12 an hour now.
Wow.
So,
That's terrible.
it helps out some people that need some work during Christmas, a little bit of extra income.
Okay.
But it hurts the bottom line when you have to spend money to make money, so to speak. So yeah, we organize just as many volunteers as we possibly can to ring those bells.
Okay. Well, that's a great thing you're doing, and they're at a number of locations in Onslow County, but generally around the shopping areas, of course. One of the places I shop, of course, is everywhere else shops there too. Sam's, they're always there. They're always raising money, and the cool thing about the bell ringers, they're not like a lot of people that kind of walk up to you, run up to you, hey, buy these cookies or buy this or do this. No.
Right.
They're there, they're ringing a bell, and they're waiting for you to offer up. It just kind of goes without saying. No pressure, no high pressure techniques. I like it.
That's right. We try not to be aggressive. They're not supposed to be aggressive. So just stand there and watch the bucket and ring the bell and thank people who are willing to help.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
there was one guy just a few years ago. I stopped by to give him something. I said, "Can you sing anything? Can you sing a Christmas carol?" And he broke out into song.
Oh,
He was a
that's
little off
pretty
key,
cool.
but he was closer than me.
Yeah, we've had bell ringers that dress up and that sing and that play instruments. I don't know where anybody's doing that this year right now, but you never know what you're going to find.
You never know. You're absolutely right. All right, hey
And
Royce.
I think I think you're Rayford, you and Kelly and Lee maybe did a little bit this year.
Not yet.
Not yet. We were kind of scheduled to, and I ended up out of the county there for a while, and they wouldn't let me get out and do a whole lot of anything. But
Well, we sure do appreciate anything you do. So, and thanks for giving me a minute on the air to remind people about this. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Yep.
And it supports us for the whole year. So
sounds good.
We thank you for your help.
Royce, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Sorry. Y'all have a good day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I always put money in the kettles.
do. I do
I normally,
too.
and if you know me well, you know I never carry cash, and there's a reason, but I
that's
don't.
one of the things.
But at Christmas time, I always
got
make
some-
sure I
I
have
have some
cash
cash.
and I always, I very rarely go in the store, as y'all know, but when I do, I will absolutely.
Well, I saw one
put the
and,
cash in there.
and didn't have money in my wallet, but I remembered I had a couple dollars in the truck. So I walked all the way back to the truck to get my dollars and put in the red kettle.
Heck yeah,
Okay, I got a
do it.
great idea for you folks who are delivering food to Kelly
Kelly's
and
house?
gifts and all that sort of. Get yourself one of those outfits and sign up with the bell ringers.
Yes.
Call Royce Bennett. He'll get you signed up, and you can ring that bell in front of Kelly's house.
Look, they like coming to my house because I tip well. Because my thing is this, some of them people don't tip, and I hate that. They're delivering it to me in bad weather and rainy weather or
Yes.
whatever. They come to my house 9 o'clock
Well,
at
you're
night.
saving-
They'll bring
I
me
always
some Dairy
tip.
Queen.
You're saving gas.
I'm
always
saving a lot
tip.
of things. My sanity, gas, the whole 9 yards. And sometimes if they're, And because I'm on this crazy gluten-free diet now, not by choice, but whatever. Anyway, and they actually find that bread I like, I'll give them an extra tip because let me tell you,
Really?
you have to fight a stranger in the street to get some of that
I
stuff.
know.
It's hard to find. So when they go above and beyond and bring me a few of the crazy items these doctors got me eating, they get extra tip. Heck yeah, they love coming to my house. I've noticed the same guy has started coming.
I'll tell you
And
what.
that's Kelly. I'll
yeah,
fight you for that one.
yeah,
They
because
duke it
she's
out.
gonna tip well. But they're doing me a service, and they're dealing with traffic. They're dealing with Western Boulevard traffic.
Mm.
Oh no, they're
Now,
earning every
do
penny
they
of that
go
money.
in there and get the items
Yeah,
themselves?
and on Instacart they do. Yeah,
Oh, that's what I wanted to
Instacart they
ask
do
you.
it. They shop themselves. Yeah,
That's cool.
they do a good job. Like I got some things I have to eat that is. I know it's hard. That bread
Now
especially.
we should have started our own business doing that.
We should.
We can make
Oh
a
boy.
big
Then
money.
you would
But
have
then
to
I
go
got
to
to go in the
stores.
store. I can't do it.
Oh, that's
no.
I'll go to the
Everything-
store
everything
for
would
you.
be
My
fine
sanity's
except the shopping.
important.
She'd
Yeah.
drive it to your house. But
I'll do the.
You just
driver.
take the money. I'll go
Yeah,
shopping.
you go in.
Okay.
I'll drive it.
All right.
Yeah.
you're live in local real. God, here we go. You're live in local real talk. Freedom 97.1. We'll be right back. Caller, hang in there. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. And we're back. And thank you, caller, for being patient. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Calling from Jacksonville.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Have Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. What's up?
Nothing. I saw a post on online about needing some firewood, and I just wanted to let you and all your listeners know that I'm in Jacksonville, and my father and I do this every year. But we have seasoned firewood, hardwood for indoor burning, and we also have pine for outdoor burning. And
fire pits.
If anybody needs it, I can give your producers or whoever my contact information if they'd like.
Got our telephone number? Give it to me right now.
Yes.
Yep, 910-548-6599.
Josh,
All
we
right.
appreciate it. 910-548-6599. So if you guys are like me and you need some firewood, Josh is available for you. Do you deliver? I'll ask you that separately.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
I do. I deliver, and pickup is available. I'm in Jacksonville. I've delivered as far out as Morehead City.
Wow.
Let's say New Bern. I'll deliver down to Pender County. Local Onslow County is a regular delivery price. If I have to go too far, I just try to ask for a little bit extra money for gas. But other than that, that's what we do.
Sounds like a winner, Josh. Hey, man, I appreciate it because there are a lot of folks out there that are in need of firewood for this time of year, period. But also with the growing popularity of those fire pits, burning the hardwood in them, the kind of stuff I like to burn in my fireplace inside, that scares me to burn it outside because it's expensive, and I'd rather burn the pine outside. No problem with that, and it smells good burning outside.
Yes, sir. And there is a common misconception that you're not supposed to burn pine indoors. Now that is true. You don't want to continuously burn pine indoors. However, if you're in dire need and you have pine that you can burn inside of a fireplace, just make sure you burn some hardwood after you burn the pine. That way it burns hot enough to go ahead and make sure that your chimney doesn't get clogged up.
Yeah, and also if you get your pine and it really cures out well over a couple of years under dry conditions, that's not as bad either, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yep. All right. Hey, Josh, thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys, and Merry Christmas.
Merry
and,
Christmas.
You too,
doing what
Josh.
you're doing.
Thanks. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, he posted. You've got like 14 comments already on that
Wow,
post. So,
cool.
yeah, a lot of people with a lot of suggestions.
Yeah,
So
well,
thank you.
That's exactly what we all need.
That's
and so
right.
we're happy to spread the information. So it's not just
Absolutely.
for my personal benefit here.
Right.
It's for a lot of folks out there who just don't know where to go get it. Driving up to a supermarket and buying a little bundle of firewood that takes 4 minutes and 22 seconds to burn up for $10 or whatever they charge for it.
Yes.
That's kind of expensive for one of them little bundles
It is.
because it doesn't take long for that really dry wood to burn up.
I know.
It's light it, it's done.
I may have to take the cap off the top of my fireplace and start burning wood again.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, before we go to the next break here, the January 6th committee,
Oh,
Yeah.
mercy.
they voted unanimously to refer former President Donald Trump to the Justice Department for possible criminal prosecution on 4 counts. The 4 counts the referrals are for influencing or impeding an official proceeding of the U.S. government. Okay. Conspiring to defraud the U.S. Kind of vague. Unlawfully, knowingly, or willingly making false statements to the federal government. Probably less, it's more not as vague as. And assisting or engaging in insurrection against the United States. That's the serious one.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff is like, huh?
The rest stuff would be hard to prove, but that one.
Hard to
Yes.
prove, or even like
Yeah.
really conspiring to defraud the U.S.
Well, I don't even know what that means.
Unlawfully, knowingly, or willingly making false statements to the federal government.
When?
Well, every time you fill out your IRS tax forms.
Right.
Okay.
Well, there's
Yeah, I mean,
also
seriously, come on.
Yeah.
it has to do with his campaign finances,
Yeah.
where he put out
Oh,
the
okay.
word that he needed money because the election was
But
stolen
wait,
from
what
him.
does the campaign finances have anything to do with that January 6th committee?
It's all supposedly related.
That's just
I don't know.
what they investigated and found out.
Assisting or engaging in insurrection against the United States. All of this goes to the Department of Justice, to the
Well,
eventually the Attorney General
Mhm.
for evaluation. And because
What are people gonna
these
do?
guys can't arrest you.
Correct.
They cannot
Yeah.
bring an indictment against you. It's a bunch of partisan politics
Mhm.
involved. And I say that regardless of whether it's Democrat or Republican in these
True.
cases. But it's a bunch of politicians getting together for the last almost 2 years and spending a lot of time and our
Right.
money to come
Mhm.
out with something as innocuous as this. That's the
Well, then
best
here's
that
the
they
thing.
can do.
What are people going to do if the DOJ says we're not prosecuting him?
Then they're done. You're live and
It's
local
done and
real
over.
talk on Freedom
Right.
97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. Boy, this morning has just absolutely flown by. What happened?
Well,
Time
you've
flies
been
when
naughty.
you're having fun.
I've been naughty. I don't know. But yeah, well, maybe I'll be nice tomorrow
Right,
if I can figure out how to tie a tie twice.
right.
One final caller. Good morning. Who's
You need a
this?
bow tie.
It's the donkey man this morning again.
Hey,
Dang
bud.
Good
nabbit.
morning.
How
I
you?
just had a question. I'm fine. Everything's loved. Everything's chicken but the bill. But,
Okay.
I want to see if y'all had an empty seat tomorrow.
If we had say that one more time,
An empty seat?
Yes.
I want to see an empty seat.
Right
Come on,
next to
tomorrow.
me, Tim.
Come on.
we can make one.
Right next to me.
Hot
Come
diggity
on.
dog. If you don't mind, I figured I'd do that instead of text. I can't text and drive.
Come on.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I'm found it being off tomorrow. If you feel like that,
We just love it when you're here.
Come on.
Come on
I
down.
enjoy it too. Maybe we can get Steve to come in too. I want to meet him
yeah.
because I can argue with him
There
in the
you go.
bathtub.
He'll
We have
he'll
another
call you.
chair.
He'll call.
Oh yeah, I know him. I want him to call. I'm one of his biggest fans. Agree or disagree? I
Are
got
you?
one at work just like him. I'm telling you.
Poor
And
Steve.
we had a long discussion yesterday, and we come to find out we were similar in a lot of ways. We're thinking he's just a Democrat, and I'm unaffiliated.
There you go.
It
Okay.
tickles me.
Well,
All right, y'all have been
we'll,
good.
we'll see you bright and early in the morning, sir.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, dokie. All right, thank you.
Bye.
I'll see y'all.
Bye, Tim.
Bye.
Bye.
I think you're supposed to say hee haw instead of bye.
Do we need to explain what we were doing earlier?
Oh, yeah. By the way, for those watching us on
Yeah.
YouTube,
YouTube.
and you saw me and Lee crawling under table, her headphones came unhooked.
Yes,
They
we
were
were
tying my
unplugged.
shoelaces. They came
Yeah.
undone.
and we
So-
found the cord wrapped around
Rayford's
Rayford's
foot,
legs.
yeah.
So
It
I
got
don't,
tied
I don't
up
know
in my
how that
shoelace.
happened.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we were doing, crawling under the table. I know it looked crazy, and I'm sure
Yeah.
y'all were wondering. That's why.
It's been
Yeah.
a naughty day.
Yeah.
That's their story, and they're sticking to it.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Well, today's over, and tomorrow we've got Dr. Rose will be in joining us at 7:30
7:30.
new time.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Yep.
she'll be in at 7:30 tomorrow morning,
Mhm.
and we'll find out what's maybe she's got some good Christmas cheer suggestions,
Yes.
medically speaking.
Mhm.
Yes.
What not to do with your snotty little youngins.
You're so
Oh,
mean.
he's so
He is
naughty
so
today.
mean.
You were
It's
changing
that-
that.
Hey, I'm
We're
It's that
wearing
changing
tie.
the tie
I'm
out.
wearing
Yeah.
my naughty
We're going to
tie.
get you a bow tie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah.
I
like
I've
it.
got a bunch of bow ties, but they go with my tuxedos.
Oh, well, tuxedos always look so nice on a man.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
That was my uniform of the day when I was doing all the weddings. Because
Yeah.
Right.
if I'm shooting so many, I shot 42 in 1 year, so that's
Right.
42
Yeah.
weekends,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And if you wear a suit to a wedding, how many suits can a man own?
Yeah.
So,
True.
because so many people go to the same weddings, they
Mhm.
go to
Well,
especially when you work a
sure.
certain clientele like I was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
You'd go to wedding after wedding after wedding and see the same people there, the same people there, and
Mhm.
if they all look at you, maybe it was me, but they're gonna look at you. Hey, that's the same tie he had on last week.
Mhm.
That's the same suit he had on last
Well, I don't
week.
think
Or
they're
that-
gonna remember that, but okay. Yeah.
Women will. Women
Some
got a
will,
memory.
yeah. Yeah.
Men.
Oh, women are vicious.
They
Only
don't
towards
care.
other women.
But
They don't
That's
care
true.
what the man
If
wears.
I'm wearing a tuxedo as the uniform of the day,
You're always
I-
gonna look the
I'm
same. Yeah.
always the
Yeah.
same. There's
That's
no
right.
Yeah.
problem.
Good
There
point.
I
you
did have
go.
several
Good point.
tuxes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I could get them clean in
Mhm.
between, and a number of different cummerbunds and stuff like that. Depends
Very
upon the
nice.
wedding.
Mhm.
Very
I
nice.
like
Duh.
it. Yeah.
I still got a cummerbund. It's red. I should bring it to you.
I got one
It
of
was
those
it
too.
was part of a dance outfit when in dancing, a dance routine. We had to dress up. I don't know why. I have the bow
In a
tie and the
cummerbund?
cummerbund. Yes.
and that's all.
No.
She did a strip tease, and that's what she wore for it.
That's all.
It
she
was a
ended up
tap
That's
wearing.
all she
number.
had on. Yeah.
It was a tap number,
Okay.
and I think it was to 42nd Street or something.
All right.
On 42nd Street, but
I'm like
Oh God! Now
Did you say
she's being
working
naughty.
42nd
I said
Street?
on.
She's
42nd
being naughty
Street, yeah.
now.
working 42nd Street.
All right.
Which
All right.
corner? Let's take
All
a
right,
break.
let's go. We'll see you guys
let's
tomorrow.
just go.
Hours.
Yeah.
You're live and local real talk. Freedom 97.1, 11:20 a.m. WSMA. Have a great day. We'll see you in the morning, maybe.